Fighting's huge for me, for Sacramento and my hometown Angels camp. The support and the love I have from my fans and my local hometown is amazing, and I think that's why I push even harder. You know, I got the best camp in the world, a brotherhood with Team Alpha Male. It makes you grow together, having people that care about you and that you care how they do in life. You know, it's just, it's more like a family than it is a team.
You know,
Well, TJ was on Alpha Male.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he was the champ.
Yeah.
Did you, I mean, were you like, I'm going to have to fight my teammate?
Oh, yeah. I was never close to TJ. You know what I mean? I know eventually we'd have to fight, and we were never close friends, really. That's one of the guys I never really had that.
Yeah. Do you dislike each other, or you just didn't bond, or do you actually, do you just don't like each other?
Man, I just had a weird feeling about him, you know, and the feelings were right, you know. Look what happened. Look what he did. I mean,
what did he do for people who don't? He left
the
Alpha Male.
gym.
He left for money.
It was yeah. He sold out for some money. Sold out.
But can I ask a question though? Just devil's advocate. He's the champ. He finally made it, and you don't know how long. Especially this sport, you could have that belt one time, and the money comes in, and your family. And you, I mean, those decisions. Do you think it's a hard decision to make? I mean, it's not like he wanted to do it. He said he kind of had to do it. Correct?
I don't believe that he had to do it. You know, I believe that he could have done it there. Two things you have in your life when you die, you take with you your integrity and your friends. And if you don't have the first, you don't have the second. So, like I said, he sold out for some money. To be honest, you know, and those friends that he had, that he built that bond with, and really are no longer, maybe they're friends. You know what he did? Because, I mean, the way that he was telling us, like, oh, you know, when Conor was talking shit on The Ultimate Fighter, like, oh, he's a snake, he's, he's going with Duane, this and that. Thank you. You know, I knew my jiu-jitsu coach, Fabio, we knew that he was gone, you know, like going out to Duane. It was only a matter of time just because of Duane and Urijah's, relationship and how that all went about, him leaving and starting his own gym, basically using the Team Alpha Male to get his stock up, the Bang Ludwig, Bang Muay Thai shit, whatever he does.
I got that a real defense, and he kept saying he always worked Faber in the gym, and he thinks that Cruz is going to win because beating Faber doesn't seem like that hard of a test.
TJ wants to bring some shit in about the gym, right? You want to talk about the gym things where you don't really.
Well, it's all about Faber.
It's all about Faber, but he's gonna sit there and talk some shit. You know what I mean? But he seems to forget when I knocked his ass out in sparring. So he wants to talk about gym wars or gym stories. You know what I mean? You can say get the best of Faber, but he ain't saying the shit that happened to him. You know what I mean? That's where we're gonna go to it with.
When TJ first got here, I mean, first of all, TJ is the most competitive person I've ever met in my entire life.
My very first practice at Team Alpha Male was sparring.
All right, Ray?
We're always ready.
Usually, a guy on their first day isn't going to want to spar with me or Faber or Chad.
Offensive, but stay under control. Let's go. Nice, TJ. Do it again.
Even when he went in with minimal training and he was fighting world title contenders, he thought he could beat us up.
I didn't have any technique. I just went off of what I thought I should be doing.
The first time TJ comes in, he's like all pumped up to spar, just swinging for the fences trying to kill, but getting caught. And he gets a little bloody nose, he gets rocked once or twice, and he's like, come on, he's screaming at God, like, come on, is that all you got?
It was tough. I remember my jaw just being so sore for weeks, not being able to chew gum or eat very well because you got beat up too much.
And now, as you see, now he's like a calculated killer. Gets punched, pissed off, but he's stalking you, so it's been a great progression.
It took a little while.
It was only a matter of time before, he was turning the tables and starting getting the better of us.
I've always been kind of a team leader for this team, but not necessarily the coach. We've got a lot of different parts to this team, but we're kind of lacking a guy that puts it all together and whose sole job was a head coach.
We've all been coaching morning practice, fighters coaching fighters, and it's kind of hard to dedicate my time to coaching other people and not have to worry about my fight. I needed that next step, something to get me to the next level, and we all kind of came to Faber, and Faber agreed that we needed to find a coach.
I started writing down a huge list of guys that I thought would be great. Top of my list was Duane Ludwig.
Get with your opponent, go off my command, please, then we'll start the clock, okay?
Make it perfect. When I first came into the gym, I just sat back for the first week and just watched how things were going to make sure I didn't want to change too much. I started implementing little rules as it went on. I didn't come in to say, okay guys, start bouncing on the mat, show up on time, what the doing it. I slowly added pieces to the puzzle as it came on. I didn't want to be too drastic of a change. Right foot step southpaw, wiggle left body hook. That's it, that's it.
When Duane first came in here, he was like, wanting to set the precedent that he's the leader, don't mess with him, you're on time, you're this, you're that. But our guys are always hardworking, and that's what we're known for. You know, we're workhorses, we're always paying attention. To have someone remind us always to stay on task and to continue on the grind is nice. You know, somebody that can crack the whip.
What? Spit it out! Switch your feet and throw your left hand out straight. Switch your feet, throw your left straight. That's it.
I mean, your uppercut.
That's it. That's what I gotta do. That's it.
You know, we never used to drill a lot of the stand-up striking part. It was more just balls to the wall, team alpha male brawl style of sparring.
One partner for half the round, please. This is new for most of us, okay?
It was great for us to get in here and just slow things down and get a lot more technical and fix things, pick things apart.
Should I make him miss with those body kicks, or should I try to counter right when he throws the kicks?
Let's counter right away, because he does swim the hands and pops the chin up on the kicks.
We've got amazing athletes. We've got guys with heart and great conditioning, and guys that are eager to learn and always receptive to what is being taught.
So here comes a kick, circle to your left off of that. Boom. Basically cross right off of that. Doo-doo.
Having someone that makes sure that's super perfect works perfect for us because we're going to do it perfect.
Guys, do this full combination, 5 for 5, please. One! They're all current fighters, and they just didn't have a head coach. They didn't have a guy who understood the game and cared about them. I care about these guys, that's for sure. So I understand whether they know it or not. They're putting their livelihood in my hands when I give them information to step in the cage. I take that very seriously. Hold on, Danny, hold on. Every time, guys, Danny says he's got it. Let's watch Danny. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Watch Danny. Oh, nope. Nope. The beginning was good. Let's go. Let's go, guys. I make sure I'm not a guy who's telling them what not to do. I'm telling them what they can do, what they should do.
Duane Ludwig walking out with TJ Dillashaw.
Switch crosses, step again, left kick. Switch crosses, step again, left kick.
There's the kick. Nice job. Duane Ludwig making a difference at Team Alpha Male.
Now we have that guy that we can all believe in and kind of trust in his system, and you know, I think it's been huge for our team.
He took a big gamble on us, and we got an amazing coach out of it, and it's been a great combination so far.
The athletes are listening to me. They're making me look good pretty easily. It's, you know, I ask them to do something and they do it.
Duane Ludwig, I mean, we're on some kind of streak with this guy, Team Alpha Male. With Duane here in my corner helping us out at Team Alpha Male. To our team is just, I think that was the missing link, and you know, we're killing it. It's feeling great.
They did their research, they did their homework, and they picked the right guy, and I am the right guy for this job.
We had Urijah Faber and Dominic Cruz on the show last month. Dominic brought you up when talking trash to Faber. Let's have a listen to this.
I think you're scared of Dillashaw because you don't want to lose to your grandson. He was telling me about how he used to work you, and you're like a dinosaur. And it was sad to watch you. He was telling me this, and I was like, I thought you guys were like brothers. And he's like, no, I don't like that guy anymore.
Okay.
Is, any truth to what he's saying, TJ?
He's trying to get under Uriah's skin. He's doing a good job of it.
Yeah.
I had to do a media tour with Dominic, and he just picks at a bunch of stuff that, you know, just to argue. He's like a bickering little girl, kind of, you know.
Well, what about Urijah? He also accused you of something last month on the herd.
Oh man, he's been doing nonstop nothing but trashing my name. You know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of crazy, this whole thing of me moving teams and following the coach that he hired to be at Alpha Male. I followed him to Colorado. With this whole thing of me following my coach, I didn't ever suspect Urijah of acting the way he's acted, very childish, you know, trying to talk as much trash on me as possible, almost bringing his name into the limelight by talking trash about me, you know, because he hasn't been doing it with his fights. He's been doing it by talking about me. And then it's just, he's kind of crossed the line. You know, I feel like he's going to cross the line with a friendship thing, and it's too far now.
Oh, we happen to have an example of that, TJ. Let's listen to that now.
Real
Why
easy,
didn't you fight TJ
real easy to-
Dillashaw?
real
Why didn't
easy-
you fight TJ
real
Dillashaw?
easy
He
not
was
to
the
fight-
best.
Dude, I fought TJ Dillashaw for 8 years
Not when it
every
mattered.
day.
Not when it
Dude,
mattered. Why
I'll
don't we ask
smoke
him that?
TJ Dillashaw.
Why don't we ask
he
him
looks
that?
like a prepubescent little teenager right now because USADA came in.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Your response to that?
That's what I'm saying. He's crossed the line.
Yeah.
You know. And so not only before was he ruining a friendship, but now he's creating an enemy. You know what I mean? Like to put my name on blast like that, which is ridiculous. I think he was accusing Cruz of that as well. It's just a way to try to get some media uproar about himself, and to say that he's been beating me up for 8 years. I've only been fighting for 6. So that doesn't make sense whatsoever. He's a better fighter. You know, beating Urijah, I don't really think is much of a challenge. You know.